If you're new to silver, the easiest way to lose money isn't a crash. Silver doesn't even need to cooperate. We can handle that ourselves by buying the wrong thing for the wrong reason. Pay a big premium because a coin looks special, then discover the dealer mostly sees ounces when buying it back. Before your next ounce, here are 5 expensive mistakes I'd avoid if I were starting over today. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. Mistake number 1 is buying a silver coin before you understand what you're paying above metal value. Spot is not your checkout price. A dealer has costs and needs a margin. A reasonable premium is part of buying physical metal. The mistake is never asking how large that premium is or whether anybody is likely to pay it back to you later. Say 2 1-ounce pieces contain the same amount of silver. One is a basic round, the other is a popular government coin or a limited issue carrying a much larger premium. If your purpose is simply to accumulate ounces, paying an extra $10 or $15 doesn't give you extra silver. It gives you a more expensive entry price. Paying a huge premium because the coin is shiny is a little like buying a Corvette because you like the cup holders. Nice cup holders. Still an expensive way to solve the problem. That doesn't automatically make the expensive coin bad. I own Eagles, sovereign coins, specialty rounds, and pieces I bought because I genuinely wanted them. But I no longer pretend every one of those purchases is the same kind of decision. Before I buy bullion, I want to know 4 numbers: spot price, my purchase price, the premium in dollars, and roughly what the dealer would pay me today if I turned around and sold it. That last number is the one beginners almost never ask. If that one question saves you from one bad purchase, hit the like button. It helps this reach another new stacker before the shiny stuff gets to their wallet. Mistake number 2 is confusing collecting with stacking. This is where people can get strangely religious about silver. Some will tell you that anything above the cheapest generic round is stupid. I don't agree. Collecting is fun. I have silver I bought because of the design, the series, the history, or because I simply liked the piece. I'm not going to sit here and pretend every purchase I have ever made came out of a disciplined meeting with my financial committee. Sometimes the coin won. The problem starts when you pay collector money and then put that purchase into your head as low-cost wealth preservation. A 5-ounce specialty coin, a limited series, a beautiful Libertad, a themed round, or a graded modern coin can be a perfectly good collectible. But the extra money you pay is buying something besides silver. So give every purchase a job. If it's core stacking, optimize for recognizable metal, reasonable premiums, and a clean exit. If it's collecting, enjoy it. Just account for it as collecting. That one distinction will keep your stack from becoming an expensive hobby or wearing an investment costume. Mistake number 3 is buying silver without asking who is going to buy it from you later. Most beginners obsess over the entry. What is spot? What is the premium? Is this a good deal today? But every piece eventually has an exit, even if that exit is decades away and somebody else in your family is making the decision. Recognizable 1-ounce sovereign coins, familiar rounds, and common bars are easy for a dealer to identify and price. Most more unusual pieces can still be available, but the buyer pool can become smaller and the spread can become wider. If the only perfect buyer is some guy on eBay who collects glow-in-the-dark Sasquatch rounds, you may have a collectible. You do not have instant liquidity. Size matters too. A big bar may give you a lower premium per ounce, but it also forces you to sell a lot of silver at once. 10 1-ounce pieces gives you 10 decisions. One 10-ounce bar gives you 1. Neither is automatically right or wrong. The mistake is building the entire stack without thinking about liquidity, divisibility, and your likely buyer. I've sold metal when real life needed the cash. That experience changes the way you look at the stack. The best silver in the world isn't especially useful if converting it back into money is harder than you expected. Mistake number 4 is letting one product become your entire strategy. Some new stackers buy nothing but silver eagles because they're familiar. Others decide premiums are evil and buy nothing but the cheapest generics. Others get hooked on junk silver, vintage bars, or a favorite sovereign series. Owning 400 copies of the same thing is technically a strategy. So is eating nothing but beef jerky. I wouldn't build my entire future around either one. I would rather have different kinds of silver doing different jobs. Recognizable 1-ounce coins give you liquidity. Lower premium rounds and bars can help you build weight efficiently. Smaller units give you flexibility. Selected collectible pieces can satisfy the collector side of your brain without taking over the core stack. Diversification here doesn't mean owning every weird thing the internet can sell you. It means your stack isn't dependent upon one premium structure, one buyer, or one exit method. And this is another reason I like physically handling different products. A stack isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. A 1-ounce eagle, a generic round, a 10-ounce bar, and especially 5-ounce piece all behave differently when you buy them and when you sell them. If you're building your first stack and you want the decisions explained without panic thumbnails and magic price predictions, subscribe. That's the lane we're building here. Mistake number 5 is the biggest one. Buying silver without knowing what the silver is supposed to accomplish. If the answer is just I want more ounces, that's not really a plan. If your whole strategy is basically silver good, congratulations, you have a slogan. You do not have a strategy. Are you building an emergency reserve, preserving purchasing power, preparing for retirement, building something to leave your family, planning eventually to rotate silver into gold or another metal when the relative value changes? Those goals produce different stacks. If emergency liquidity matters most, your choices should emphasize pieces you can sell easily and in smaller amounts. If your goal is long-term ounce accumulation, premium discipline becomes more important. And if your goal includes rotating between metals, then the relationship between silver, gold, and platinum matters just as much as the dollar price on the screen. That's where my own thinking changed. I stopped treating stacking as a permanent command to buy the same metal forever. I started asking what job each metal was doing, what would cause me to add to it, and what would cause me to move out of it. You don't need my exact system to benefit from that idea. You need a written purpose and a few rules you can follow when prices get exciting. Because without rules, every rally feels like you need to buy now, and every drop feels like you screwed up, and every limited release coin somehow becomes a financial emergency that must be handled before dinner. That isn't a strategy. That is a shopping habit with a spot price app. So if I were starting a silver stack today, I'd keep it simple. Know the premium before you buy. Know whether you're stacking or collecting. Think about the exit before the entry. And give different silver products different jobs. And also know exactly why you're stacking in the first place. You can refine the plan later. Your first job is to build a foundation that doesn't require you to undo expensive mistakes 6 months from now. That idea of foundation is why I wanted to close with this one. Matthew 7:24. Jesus describes the wise man as the one who wears his words, does them, and builds his house upon a rock. A good foundation matters in far more important things than precious metals. But the principle applies here too. Don't build on excitement, build on something solid. If you're new to stacking, the next video I want you to watch is my breakdown on insane gold and silver premiums. It'll show you exactly where that first expensive mistake starts. Stack with purpose. All the glory goes to God, and may God bless you all. As you were, stack with purpose, turbo out.